Now, meantime, wildlife experts are urging everyone to make sure that they don't stress seals by getting too close to them as the season for pups being born gets underway. Cornwall Seal Group says the animals often injure themselves when they panic and rush over rocks into the water. It's encouraging people to follow the Coastal Code of Conduct that it's created alongside the Cornwall Wildlife Trust and other charities. BBC Radio Cornwall's Rachel Schofield has been to meet some of those carrying out the work.
We're on a cliff top on the North Cornish coast, a secret location so that we don't publicise where the seals are and cause them further disturbance. With me is Sue Sayer from the Cornwall Seal Group. So, Sue, why do people have to be particularly careful about how they are around seals at this time of year?
OK, well, we can see from where we are 3 pupping coves where seals will pup in the caves. And mums who are heavily pregnant, obviously, if they're disturbed, might rush over rocks and they carry their pups in their bellies. So rushing over rocks really isn't a good idea. Equally, people approaching the coves or caves from the sea means the pups might become separated from their mothers because their mothers might be at sea and the pups on the beach, and if they become separated then the pups will die because they're maternally dependent at this time of year.
And there's also a danger of seals being disturbed when they're resting, I understand, because they have a particular rhythm that they need in their day to get their energy up again.
Yes, seals that are hauled out on rocks are doing 2 things. They're resting and digesting. Normally what they do is they come out on the tide, and then as the tide goes away and comes back again, they'd float off. We call it the flow. Seals go with the flow. But if they get washed off prematurely, then it means that they haven't digested their food thoroughly, and as a result they don't get the proper energy that they need from their food, and they get tired and stressed. There are more and more people around the Cornish coast. For example, I've seen a group of coasteers actually flushing a seal mum from a seal pupping cave. I've seen a line of kayakers out who are separating mums from their pups that are on the beach and then trying to land on the pupping beaches. And if these people had checked the Cornwall Wildlife Trust Coastal Code page on their website, they'll find these sensitive wildlife areas and then they can try and avoid them. And we've got lots of other advice too about how to act around seals to avoid disturbing them.
So moving on to Dave Jarvis, who's from British Divers Marine Life Rescue. You're wanting to extend this awareness work.
That's right, because of obviously the Code of Conduct and what Sue's been talking about, and also there was an incident that was well publicised in the press involving a young dolphin that sadly died. We're currently putting together a bid for funding to roll out a programme of activities and talks to educate and make members of the public aware of how they should act around marine wildlife when out at sea. This is all going to be built around the WISE scheme, which is a marine wildlife code of conduct in its own form, usually aimed towards commercial boat operators, and this is now being adapted for the purpose of talking to members of the public. There's various parts of this project which we would hope to perhaps get some form of financial support from local sources, which can then in turn be put back into the local economy through sort of suppliers and so forth. And obviously, if anyone's interested in finding out more about that, then perhaps they could look on the BBC Radio Cornwall Facebook page, and the contact details will be on there where they can get in touch with us.
Back to Sue Sayer then. Just what's your really simple advice for people who are out walking or on a beach and they happen to notice that they're quite close to some seals?
OK, well, I think most disturbance that does occur is actually unintentional. People don't deliberately go out to hurt seals. Ideally, what you will do, your rule of thumb is you leave seals as you find them. You approach quietly, you maintain a steady, slow course parallel to the coast, and you keep quiet. The best thing to do is to watch the seals' reactions, because we've been in a boat 230 metres away from them and it's been too close and we've flushed seals into the sea. So what you need to do is watch their reactions. If they're looking at you repeatedly, you're too close and you need to back away. If on the other hand they're looking relaxed and they're sleeping, then you're fine. Ideally we do say 50 metres minimum, but it's much more important that you watch your reactions because you can be much further away from that and still disturb them.
Oh, Sue Sayer there from the Cornwall Seal Group. Now, if you see a seal being harassed into the water, accidentally or deliberately, then you're encouraged to call the Marine Disturbance 24-hour hotline, and here's the number. It's 0345 201 2626,